Hello and welcome to Baking Bad. You may be wondering, why am I dressed like a Peaky Blinder? Well, it's quite simple. I'm going to make a gentleman's dessert for you. I'm making the whiskey bread pudding. And not just that, I'm using some 12-year-old glenfidich, which is going to make this sing. I've not tasted it yet. I'm going to let Rachel try it, and you can see that at the end of the video. In the meantime, let's get stuck in. Let's bake it. And let's bake it bad. We've got some mixed fruit that's been soaking in a double whiskey overnight. We've got some fruit loaf, which has been cut, dried, and is ready. I've had that sitting overnight, so it goes slightly stale. I've got some cinnamon. I've got 2 ounces of caster sugar. I've got half a pint of milk. And I've got half a pint of double cream. And the whiskey that I'm going to put in it will be a 12-year-old Glenfiddich single malt, and I will put a double of whiskey in there. We're putting in 3 eggs, the grind of a lemon and a lime, and we're going to coat the baking pan in some butter, some cinnamon butter, and then we're going to spread the rest on the bread. But first, let me get these ingredients together and we'll make a start on it. Okay, so first things first, we're going to mix together the milk and the cream. So that's half a pint of milk, half a pint of cream going in here. We're going to give it a bit of a mix for this. Get it all mixed up really nice. Just like that. It's not very difficult, very easy. So now we're going to put some eggs in here. We're going to get these eggs in. 3 eggs. Now, the best thing is to crack them on a flat surface. And that way, apparently, you don't force the shell into the egg as much as you would do if you cracked it on the edge or something. But to be honest, whatever you feel is best. So yeah, I'm going to go for this. 3 eggs in there. And give them a mix. So we'll get them in there, give them a nice mix around. And you can see we're using a whisk. You can use a blender if you want. But I am going to do it this way with the whisk. Keep it nice and simple. You know, you can do this at home. This is really not difficult. So, getting that all mixed up. Get it really nice. Joined together. You've got the eggs in there. Give it a good beat around. Make sure it's all mixed in together. It's the best thing to do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the sugar. So we've got our caster sugar here, 2 ounces of it. So let's get that mixed in. 2 ounces of caster sugar going in. Nice mix. Nice and simple, very straightforward. And there you go. Very easy. Very, very, very easy. You know, most of you guys out there, you can do this. You can impress the lady in your life with a grown-up whiskey bread pudding. Okay, so now I'm going to grate some lemon and some lime. We're going to get that in there. So let's just do a bit of a grate. Some lemon rind. Like this. Grate it in. So we have the lemon rind. Let's get that in there. Probably a bit more. You'd be surprised how much, or rather how little actual lemon rind comes off. So But saying that, my cheese grater isn't the best. So I'm getting that in there. Alright, so now we'll pop a bit of lime in there. So let's pop the lime. Some grinds of the lime. Not too much, we don't want to overpower it. Just a few little bits and pieces of these things in there. And that'll be cool. So there we go, we've got some lemon rind, we've got some lime in there. Give it all a nice mix together. And set that mixture to one side, because now we're going to put the bread in the pre-greased with some cinnamon butter. Just get some butter, sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in it and mix it around, and yeah, you'll have some cinnamon butter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our pieces of bread like so. Then we're going to butter them. I shall grab a knife. We shall butter them further with a little bit of cinnamon butter, and then stick them in like so. And it says 4 to 5 pieces of bread, but personally, you know, that depends on your tin that you're using. So I'm going to use 3 layers of bread. And remember, I'm using fruit loaf here to create this. So I've got the whiskey now. In here is the dried fruit, and it's been soaking in whiskey overnight. And you can see the whiskey in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little layer of dried fruit. Well, it's no longer dry because it's swollen and infused with whiskey. And it does smell fantastic. So, put a layer of them on there, spread them about evenly, and then some more bread on top. Okay, as you can see, I have the bread in the baking pan now. It's all arranged. I'm going to throw a little bit more fruit on top, like so. So we've got that like that. And then I'm going to pour the rest of the whiskey on there. It's almost like syrup. So as you can see, I've got that poured on there. That's like a very, very nice syrup. Okay, so now I'm going to simply add some more whiskey. Alright, we have the whiskey in there. We have the bread all arranged, the fruit in there. So now I'm going to pour on this the mixture that I prepared just a few minutes ago. So let's get this on there. Look at that. So let it all soak in nicely. Pour it all over. So it all soaks in. Look at that, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn the oven on, and the oven, you want to have that ready and warm, and it needs to be at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for you Americans, or gas Mach 4 for about 30 minutes. The pudding is in the oven. Let's give it 30 minutes. and hopefully we'll have a fantastic whiskey bread pudding. And there we have it. One finished, cooked and ready to eat whiskey bread pudding. Here we are at the bar, baking bad with whiskey bread pudding. And Rachel is going to try it.
It looks great, actually. I'm actually quite excited to try this.
Awesome.
So, let's see.
Get stuck in.
Do I have to give this marks out of 10?
Yes.
Now, how mean shall I be? That's really nice. I'm going to give it a 9.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
And where does it lose its points?
Do you know what? You actually can't taste much of the whiskey.
So it needed more whiskey?
It needs more whiskey.
Right,
Yeah.
well there you go, folks. So for those of you who've watched from the start...
But I will carry on eating it.
Yes, absolutely, please do. So for those of you who've watched from the start, from the words of Rachel, it needs more whiskey.